Alright. What was I doing? Holy smokes, cat. Distracto cat, for sure. Oh, there's plenty of room for you to lay down. Yeah, so like I said, one more level and we'll get to try it out. We should probably have that very soon. And then I know the new dozer unlocks here too, which is good. Hey, you know what? As long as we back this on, it should work the same, right? Because I backed the paver on and then drove this up so the blade was over the paver. So if I back this on and then we just drive the paver on forward, it's the same space. So that should be fine. It's a little lifted, so this is probably fine for this truck, which is a good thing. The paver, whoa! Wow, that just like launched itself. I think I'm on a hill, that's why. Oh, thunder. Are you okay? It's okay, it's just thunder. It's fine, it's outside. It's okay, kitten. She does not like thunder. Where's your sister? She doesn't like thunder either. Alright, anyways. Let's get back on track. I gotta get a cat cam. I gotta get a second camera so I can point it where the cat sits. That'd be fun. And then you guys can enjoy her shenanigans too. Usually she'll lay down and sleep there for the rest of the stream. We'll see what happens. Okay. And brakes, deploy. So then you're further along than I am, I'm assuming, since you have some experience with the scalper? Because this is the only map at this tier. I just finished Incommunicado last stream. Well, finished it, 97%. There's a side mission I missed somewhere that I gotta go find, but I figured start the new map since we did the main stuff. Okay, yeah, that worked just fine as I thought. And then we put you in manual mode. I'm gonna use my stream because I can't see the controls from behind the cat. There we go. Off we go. And that'll deploy our team. We'll get out there and we'll build a road. And what's that, a drawbridge? Ooh. I'm assuming we're going to have to power that up so it can do its thing, would be my guess. Yeah, we're going to bring you the same way just so we can line up right beside the other one because it looks cooler. Right? Yeah. Don't look at me like that. Have a nap. So, And we have 6 fuel tokens, so if we have to activate another quarry first, we can do that. What else? I don't really typically use those. I don't. Every so often, I'll use the mobile depot thingy, the mobile base, but for the most part, I don't bother. Usually towards the end of a map when you're doing like the final big whatever, you got to build one more big road. Then I get lazy, but. Alright, so we need the other one down. We need to get that dump truck off. I can't wait for them to add the turning off engines feature. That'll be good. Okay, so you can just sit here for a moment. Let's get the Aramatsu off here. Fill it with sand. Oh, should have probably filled it with sand after we got off the truck, but we made it. Alright, we're going to try this again, but this time we're only going to flatten the center. Actually, maybe we just do it... Where does it want it? The old way, and we do runs. Oh, we should probably scrape this road off too. We'll do that when we get the dozer deployed. Okay, let's just do it the normal way. I won't leave all the extra sand. I think this is going to be okay. It's an AI road anyway. We'll save the longer builds for custom roads. And we back up and do a slight overlap. as best we can. Watch the keyboard, sweetie. No, you don't go on the computer. You know that. Get off. No, my daughter's got to wake up so she can come. And then her cat will be very excited and go hang out with her instead. She only hangs out with me while her human is not available. Oh, careful. I should do that in low gear. I probably wouldn't... Yeah, that might be a better way to do it. Do it in low gear. It'll leave us a little more sand in a pile, instead of thinning it out quite so much. Oh yeah, then we gotta dump slower too, though. That was awkward. Okay. I'm learning. I'm trying a few things. We'll just keep trying until we find the way this all works. We'll go a little bit further back. We'll try this again a little bit. Oops. Currently right behind the cat's head. So that's helpful. Right. We're getting there. One of these days, I will lay a decent line of sand. Maybe I'm overthinking it and it's just get the sand down and it doesn't matter if it looks pretty because you pretty much fix it all with the dozer anyway, right? So maybe I'm overthinking it and you just... Whoa! It really didn't want to go up that hill. Why is it not dumping? It wasn't registering my right button there at the end. So we'll try that again. Oh wow, it's registering it now that I'm driving over it again? That's cool. Whoa, forwards. And then start dumping here. My low gear got turned off. That's okay, we're just gonna get this sand down now. Can you lay down? Please? Yes, I know trucks, but can you lay down? We're almost there. Ooh, okay, I thought I was outside the sand quarry radius. I'm like, no, it should have been full. We'll go. Yeah, it doesn't like doing it in low gear. That's weird. It's like the back gets lifted up too much if you're not careful. Whereas in high gear, you kind of clear it before it registers. Or in normal gear. That's interesting. Again, I didn't play with it much in the last maps. I just kind of did my thing. Now I'm kind of trying to figure out better ways to build roads. Do we want a little more? No, we're just going to do this. Let's actually just drive you out. Oops. Can't get out of low gear while you're in these areas. Gotta clear the yellow box. Every time I do that. Ooh, look, another couple forklifts to mark. So we're just gonna pull you out of the way. We'll mark these 2 forklifts for future. We see any more? Just while we're here. I don't see any more. Okay. Oh, that's me. Okay. Now we'll go get our dozer and we'll get rid of those rocks and then flatten the rest of this out. We'll get you out of the way. Wow, our head's right here, just out of camera. Right there. What was that? I thought for a second that was one of those art toy trucks, but it's not. It's like a saw or something. Okay. Nope. Yeah, that's right. Manual mode. Marching. Woo! A little bit of an endo there. Alright, let's clear these rocks. Let's get all this rocks too, actually. I'm just careful and slow. Let's push this over here. The other, actually, you know what? I wanted to try something for the rocks, so we'll do that in a minute. I think I have that other, there's another truck I have with a grabber claw, which should be amazing for picking up these rocks. So I want to give that a go first. This will be a prime spot to do it. Oh. Hold the button for a few seconds first. Just for a split second so it registers, and then hit A. And we'll just do a couple passes down the middle on this one. We're just going to build the AI road. If we have to widen it, I'll just throw sand on top and rebuild the whole road. Or widen it and repave it. We'll see. It's only really a problem if we have to put semis down it. The Wayfarer. Yeah, the first pass is always a bit of a roller coaster. So the low gear did leave a better amount of sand. Which, you know, I was expecting. You just got to be a little more careful with dumping it. Interesting. Things to consider for future roads. Okay. How far are you on this map? Do you know when the other dozer unlocks or where I can find it? Is it a thing I can go get now, or is it like part of the mission chain? If you know. I know it's on the map somewhere. Okay, not sure. Fair enough. I'm not sure either. We'll figure it out. Okay. Pass number 1, because I do twice in each direction for this middle section. You know what? I'm going to just lean into my ADHD indecisiveness, and I am actually probably going to widen this as well. I hate it shouldn't be A. It should not be A for that menu. It should be just go into the map, activate it from there. Or at least give me the option to disable that, because you can't leave low gear when you're in those yellow boxes, and you can't really... Yeah. A little... Maybe we'll see, like I said. We'll see what happens during the quality of life patch that's coming, but that's something... I'd like to see some better hotkeys. A little more... What's the word? Consistent? A little more consistent on the hotkeys, because... Every crane's a little bit different, and the crane controls and the winch controls for different vehicles are sometimes different. It's just, it'd be nice if it was a little more consistent. Or give us the option to change them how we want them. I don't know if how... See, it registers both because it put me in sand flattening mode, so it registers me holding the button and hitting A and just hitting A. It's weird. It's weird. And because I'm quick on the controller, it happens to me every time unless I stop and think. And it's annoying. Not annoying enough to ruin the game, just annoying enough for me to roll my eyes every time it happens. Okay, so this is my second pass. This is the center flat. And then we'll widen out. I think we'll widen out the... I think the outside has a little extra sand, so maybe we'll flatten that side first. We'll widen out to the right of us, the current right. It'll be the left on the way back. Because there's a little extra sand on that side for most of it. There's more sand on that side and then on the left side anyway. See, we're not really pushing sand here. There's a little bit, but that's good enough, I think. Okay, so then we back up. And I'm going to think through it. And we hold the button, then press A. So it works fine as long as you give it just a split second. Oops. If I just built, I might have just built a bump, but that's okay. It'll smooth. See? I might have just made a bump, but it'll smoothen out as we flatten out the sides. So I'm not too worried about that. We're just going to go back to my usual. We'll do the 50% on one side and then go the other side the same. And that usually makes a decent road anyway, if not perfect. It's not perfect, but decent. Then you do this, then you go down the center again, and then you go down the other side. And it usually does an okay job. We have a door at the end here to get through, so it's not going to be smooth all the way. But it might be pretty decent all the way to the door, at least, to the gate. We'll just kind of pull it in like this, so we miss that. And then we do another one down the center, and that should level out, push the shoulder over on the right-left side here. Not gonna say it, just gonna move on. I know it's me. I know I can overcome that. I just need to remember. I know that, but I shouldn't have to. A little bit wide there, but that's okay. We can catch that when we widen the other side. So you can see now I'm pushing that shoulder down that we just created, and then with any luck, whoops. And then when we go back on the other side, we should be able to widen that side, and it shouldn't make a ridge on the left. Sometimes I a little too aggressive and it does, but if you get it right, it shouldn't. So we're leaving a little ridge now. I gotta come over a bit. Oh yeah, now we're... But again, it should be okay. It should be okay. I think we get it. I think we did it this time. We'll see it when we pave. It might be a little bumpy in a couple spots on the left and right, or on the left. Soon to be right. And then we just kind of do the same thing here where like we run it on the halfway point. And it's easier when you have the yellow markings. It's a little trickier to get it lined up right when you don't have the contract path, but same basic principle when I build custom roads. I'm getting a little bit of a ridge on the left in some spots, but it should be pretty good. We might just do one more pass down the middle just so there's nothing in the middle. If the shoulders are a bit bumpy, it's fine because it's still going to give us some room to work with when we have to put AI down here. And then on this one, I guess at the end, we'll just curve in like we did on the last one. Like that. And let's just do one more down the middle to make sure it's fairly smooth. I hope this is going to work. It'll give us one last look at the road as well. And zoom in a bit on this one and just get a decent look at the road as we go. A little hard to see with the yellow, but this should get us a decent paving experience. Yeah, that looks pretty good. There's a couple spots where we have a bit of a ridge on the shoulder, but we can live with that. Again, it still gives us extra room to navigate and put the bots down it. And the nice thing here is this will leave us by the pickup point for our trucks, where our heavy haulers are, the Zix. But yeah, I think we did okay. Don't wander. I think we did alright. Let's get this guy out of the way. Let's get the paver on here. I'll just drive you over here. Paver, right here. And again, last 2 or 3 times I've done the AI builds, my paver got stuck. So I just do this all manually now. The other one was like right at the beginning. The first road we built on here, it got stuck, so I'm just going to build them manually. It's more fun anyway. Yes, it takes a little longer, but I think for this one we can go ahead and just pave the whole thing. I don't think we're going to need to extend it on this side, at least. This one's not one we'll have to extend, I don't think, ever. So I usually do leave a little more sand on the ends. But that's so that I can extend them later, add more sand. Why are we stuck here already? Okay, we'll do it this way then. Get up. Oh, we have a bit of a rough section. Okay. Should be okay if we get this down, then we should be able to just fix it. Right? That time I was holding it. I know it's going to happen every time and I still do it. There we go. Now we should have no problems. I think I'm too fast. It registers both with and without the right button when I hit A. And it's just because I hit the buttons too quick. Which is good in most games, but for some reason this one there's just some struggle. Okay, so this is going smooth. We do have to get power up at some point too. Hopefully, it would be really sad if we have to get the powers to come up this way because we just paved this. We could have laid the power, although the rest, I don't think this was the spot anyway. Because we could have laid the power and then paved over it, which is nice when you get that opportunity. But we'll see where the power has to go. We'll get this construction depot set up soon, just so we can get some money because we are going to unlock a truck here soon enough. And I'm sure we'll have to extend the power. But we'll just pave this all the way down. Again, normally I leave some sand, so it's easier to extend, but it won't be an issue this time, I don't think. We're actually just going to park you over here, nice and easy. And then our steamroller. Last vehicle. And then if we want, which we should have done on the last one, but I didn't before I moved them, we could run the paver again and widen it out. But I don't like to do it before the AI or the contract is finished because it can sometimes mess it up. Smooth that out. So I usually do these AI ones, the bot ones like this, where you just get it to complete and then you widen it. The paving part. It doesn't usually affect the sand too bad usually. At least I haven't had it happen yet, so this road feels pretty good, actually. Feels pretty smooth in the middle, at least. And then here we go. Keep going. We'll probably take everything back and widen the other one at some point. I'm sure we're gonna have to do it for the AI. I just know it. I have a feeling. There we go. So you can see there it did that, which is fine, because it actually makes the road a little wider, but it resets it. So if I had widened that, there's a chance I'd now have sand gaps down the left and right between two paved sections. But now, it's not really any extra work to do it this way. I can just drive on my paved road and extend these out. Don't get hooked on the wall. And there we go. Could do this backwards. I sometimes do, but as long as you stay on the paved bits, it doesn't usually get stuck. And then it's 2 passes with the dozer to lay down the 2 sides, and then we got a nice wide road. And I should have done that on the other one, but we'll go back to that at some point, I'm sure. So with my luck, the other one will be the one we have to run. Ooh, we're a little wide here. I don't want to leave that extra bit on the left, but ooh, yeah, we're getting a little wide getting into the weeds. go. Get it lined back up. Finish this off. We don't need to be in low gear. It is a little easier to steer in low gear, but usually I don't need it. There we go. Maybe what we'll do is we'll go rescue the resort next after this. Once we got the AI that has to be on here done. Why aren't we driving? Because we got rocks? This thing does not like rocks one little bit. You'd think with tracks it'd be a little more capable. There we go. That's what was holding me up, that rock underneath. I should have just scraped them off, but I want to try that other truck and see how good it is at moving rocks. Spin. Please. Thank you. And just line us up here. And I usually like to, you see the angled part on the scoop at the front. I kind of angle that with the unpaved, unsmoothed pavement, the asphalt. That's usually how I line it up. I try anyway. And that usually works well. If I had it wider, I just do either go backwards and make my passes wider, or I just go multiple times. But usually I go backwards if I'm going wider than that. If I did this as a double, for example, which I wouldn't want to do in here, it's pretty tight. And then I would usually also go backwards on the left and backwards on the right of my center path. We get just past that, we should be able to push it. There we go. I can't see my, there we go. Just little tricks to get past some of the quirkiness of the game. That's pretty much gaming in general, right? Half the battle is figuring out how to deal with the quirks of that game. And then once you do that, you play. Everything gets a little easier. That's what I'm doing in Dune too. There's lots of little quirks and weirdnesses. You just learn to deal with them until they fix them, at least. As long as they're not game breaking. Make sure everything's running good, well, smooth. Yeah, all my meters look okay. Volumes are okay, I think. They seemed okay earlier. I kind of checked before I went live. I did some changing on the weekend, so always tweaking. And then we'll just smooth this in. We'll call that good. That's going to be, I'm going to go back actually and catch these sections right here just to, there's one on this side I want to catch. Oops. Like here. There we go. And then we'll dozer that down and then we're good. You can stay right here. Not dozer. Steamroller. We'll roll it down. Why do I keep calling this a dozer? I'm not dumb. I know it's not a dozer. Try to get around this corner. If we can get this... no, not quite. A little too tight. I think I managed to get the parts, but that's okay. We gotta line up anyway. And let's go. That's actually not... That's actually a pretty good road, I think. It's a little... But no road's going to be perfect. Even in real life, they don't usually get them super perfect. Not most of the time. Plus, they have better tools than I do. And it takes them a lot longer. So I'll take the compromise and just have okay roads. Yeah, this will be nice. This will be a good one to navigate the bots on. Happy with this road. Cool. Next time I do a custom road, I'm going to do the new sand method with my old dozing method instead of the new one I tried, and we'll see if that does any better. Because this was basically my old method, how I've been doing it since the beginning. Whoa! I'm not intoxicated, I promise. It's just really hard to get this to go straight. Sometimes. Cool. That is now a road. I'm sure the dump truck is in the way, the Aramatsu, so we're going to bring him back over here too. I'm certain that's going to be in the way. Now let's go get our little grabber crane. I want to try that. A little grabber crane truck deal. Be cool if you could convert the rocks to cement. But I think he's going to be decent enough at moving. Wow, look at all the forklifts, all those yellow stars. There's 2 here as well. I only marked it as 1, but let's... Because I did buy it, right? I'm not dreaming. I didn't buy it. Unless it's here. No, I didn't buy it. Okay, well that's... I thought I bought it and then didn't get to try it, but that's okay. Let's go get it then. So it is this little guy right here, which isn't unlocked yet. No, that's the dump truck. Where is the crane version of him? Oh, that is it. Reach level 12. Okay, I thought I unlocked it. Never mind. I will do it the old-fashioned way. I thought we unlocked it, and I was really excited to try it, but Dozer's down here. Here. Right where I need him. So we'll just do it the regular way. We'll try that next time when we do unlock it. This small rock might need manual mode. We'll try it without, but it's probably going to need manual mode. Ooh, I think we got it. As long as we're not too jumpy. Oh. We lost them. We got one. Excellent. Sometimes you get a bounce and then the rocks go into the shovels. You got to go into manual mode so you can get all the way down. But this road seems to be okay. I'll take it. Alright, so... it would be cool. Because you have this road coming here. What if we like... oh, it's pretty far. I don't think we could bridge across. That'd be cool just to build a bridge right here. Can we? Let's just see. Oh, we don't have concrete bridges yet because we haven't unlocked them, but... yeah, it's not going to reach. That's way too far. Alright, we could probably build like a bridge down to the middle. Make a paved section there, but we'll just use this. That's fine. Power up the construction depot. We'll do that. Activate the crane at the resort. Bring the transformer to the main power station. Yes, this thing. Okay, let's do 2 things. Because I like trying new vehicles. Let's go check out the store. And let's buy that other transport that I don't have yet. This one. This guy right here. Not here. Looks like that. This one. I haven't tried this yet, so let's try this. It's a 7-ton, but it's got, looks like it has a bigger bed. So between that and a crane, we should be able to move that transformer instead of using the heavy equipment thing. Maybe this will be faster. Oops. And then we deploy it. Yeah, see, it doesn't have, it's not look, doesn't look off-roady like the Zix or the mule. So there's that. Let's see how fast it is. It's kind of like between the mule and the Wayfarer maybe. As far as transporting things, yeah, it's a little faster. Just not off-roady. It doesn't have its own crane. And I think that's going to be the problem. If either get rid of the crane on the mule, which I don't want them to do because it's very useful, or let other trucks have an option, even if it, like, again, you'd have to add upgrading. So this is definitely a highway. It's not off-roady. So maybe don't let us upgrade it to that, but let us have an option to have a crane on this too. So once we've set up the infrastructure, we don't have to use the mule. We can use this. Maybe. But that's okay. We play the game to have fun. So I'm going to drive this where it needs to go, and I'm going to go get my big crane. And we're going to use it, because that's what we do. It's not always about being efficient, right? Sometimes, but not always. Especially not in this game. Save the efficiency for Factorio and Shapes 2. Or Shapes. Woo! Because here it's just time. It's my time, really. Your time, because you're sitting here watching. But that's how I play games. I play it for fun, so. Where are we going next? Around this way. Yeah, up here, I think. So this section of road, I am assuming we're going to have some sort of bot pathing through all this. Yeah, it's definitely faster than the mule. At least on pavement. On good roads. And we have good roads. I wonder how capable... It doesn't have diff locks and it doesn't have all-wheel drive. So that tells you everything you need to know right there. It's not going to off-road. It's going to have similar problems to the Wayfarer. So this is just kind of like a... When you don't need the full trailer, but you need something bigger than the mule, use this. Ironically, these ones, because I have to go through, I might stick these. It's going to be 2 trips with the crane, though, if we do that. Oh, we have to go up into here? Uh-oh. Yeah, we can't get across there. We should have gone this way. We shouldn't have turned here. Well, let's see if it gets up there. We may have to pave this at some point, but let's see if this will go. If not, we'll have to go back out. So we should have just taken the pavement. We'll do that on the way out. And that means we won't be moving those forklifts, but that's okay. Yeah, see, it's going to struggle here. This is deep sand. Is it going to be really bad, or are we going to be able to make a push for it? It looks like we're going to be okay as long as we don't get stuck on a rock. Like that. You know, low gear isn't going to help. We have no diff locks anyway. I think we're stuck on a rock. Boo. Can we get off this rock and try another push? Yeah, no, we got to go around. This one's definitely not an off-roader. So this here, the mule would have been able to do, but... Oh, there's that rock, okay. If we carefully navigate this, we can get through it. Just because I like to try. But again, if it gets stuck, I'm not going to be mad because it's not really what this truck is for, by the looks of it. Still capable enough. Yeah, not bad, actually. Oh, this is where we're dropping it off. Whoops. Oh, that means we're going to need a crane to drop it off, too, though. That's not what I thought. I thought we were taking it the other way. I have an idea for that, too. We can still use this truck for it. Normally I would just carry that with the heavy crane though. So the pickup was where I was, and the drop-off, so I was thinking of it backwards. That's my bad. So we have a little bit of a rock problem here. Woo! A little bit of a jumping in the air, not being able to steer problem too. Okay. So it was a pickup in here, eh? Which is okay. I think our crane should be close. Oh, yeah. See, I thought we were bringing it to here. Okay. So let's get this in line here. Yeah, see, this is much better. That wouldn't fit on the mule, so there's reasons to have that. Let's get our crane. Where are you? Man, let's go get that lifted. I think I can get it with that truck. We've got to be a little tricky with our placement of it on the bed. But if you have it overhanging, you can just drive close to the drop-off and it'll register. As long as your truck is not in it, you just drive the edge of your cargo into it. And there's like a little auto drop-off. It's pretty cool. We did it on the last map at the end there, using the light equipment hauler. This way.